ChatGPT 4, Mistral 7B, Claude 3, Llama 2, Kashyyyk, Bantha, Lando Calrissian. You've definitely heard some of these names before, probably because the first four are currently some of the most powerful and popular large language model AI tools, and the last three are from Star Wars. Considering that May the 4th was last week and today is Revenge of the 6th, I thought I would do a special Just Analogies Star Wars edition. So that brings me to the question, what exactly are large language models? Great question, me. So large language models are considered a type of artificial intelligence technology. Specifically, LLMs fall under the category of natural language processing, which is a branch of AI that's focused on the interaction between computers and humans through natural language. LLMs are distinct from other AI technology in several ways, but primarily in that they focus on language understanding and generation, the way that we as human beings conversationally communicate information and ideas between each other. Large language models such as ChatGPT operate by analyzing vast quantities of text data to learn the patterns and the structures of language. They use a type of neural network architecture known as a transformer, which allows them to pay attention to different parts of the input text when generating a response, thereby understanding context more effectively. And during training, these models are exposed to a wide range of text and learn to predict the next word in a sentence based on the words that came before it. This process helps the model to grasp grammar, vocabulary, and even some factual knowledge. So when provided with a prompt or a question, the model uses what it's learned about language patterns to generate coherent and contextually relevant. And this capability makes LLMs highly versatile, enabling them to be used in applications ranging from writing assistants and conversation simulations to far more complex tasks like summarizing lengthy documents or generating computer code based on specifications. So let me put this in a Star Wars themed analogy. Think of LLMs as the ultimate Star Wars lore master, right? Let's call him Dave. He knows everything from the books and movies and comics and television series and more. LLMs are equipped with massive data from their training. And to give you an idea of the scale of information, ChatGPT 3 was trained on approximately 175 billion parameters. And ChatGPT 4, the current version of ChatGPT, is assumed to have been trained on around 1 trillion parameters. So what makes Dave and LLM so strikingly similar is in the information retrieval process, how they're able to convey the knowledge that they've amassed. So unlike traditional search engines that depend on keywords and often return overwhelming amounts of data in a here's some stuff that uses some of the words you used in your question type format, both Dave and LLMs understand the intent behind users' queries. So if you asked either one the model of Han Solo's blaster rifle, they would both give you the answer, which is, of course, the DL-44, as we all know. They're both able to synthesize precise answers, summaries, or even direct solutions, tailoring information to the specific needs and context of each user, which is why they can be useful for content creation, helping to write articles, generating reports, even crafting poetry and stories, although currently kind of meh. But this ability not only accelerates content creation, but can democratize access to expert level advice, offering initial guidance in fields like medicine and law or finance, where professional human advice may not be easy to get to. Despite their extensive knowledge, both Dave and LLMs have limitations. For instance, if a new Star Wars film is released that Dave just hasn't seen yet, he won't know anything about its events or characters. Similarly, An LLM's knowledge is confined to the data set it was trained on, and it doesn't include updates beyond its last training session. Additionally, while Dave has extensive knowledge of Star Wars topics, he's never lived in the Star Wars universe. His knowledge is limited to documented information, just as an LLM can't provide personal insights or experience. They're only synthesizing information from training data. Another known issue that can happen with LLMs is what's known as a hallucination. It refers to instances where the model generates incorrect or misleading information despite presenting it with confidence. And this can happen when the LLM generates responses based on patterns it's seen during training rather than accurate facts or reality. These hallucinations occur because the model doesn't truly understand the information, but relies on statistical correlations within its training data. So as a result, it can sometimes make plausible but factually inaccurate statements, particularly when dealing with nuanced topics or areas that are outside of its comprehensive training data. Overall, LLMs are designed to enable more natural and conversational interactions with digital systems, enabling users to communicate as though they're conversing with a human expert. And this significantly enhances usability. It reduces the learning curve for technology, and it makes digital platforms much more intuitive and user-friendly. And that is large language models in a Star Wars analogy.